friends, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing great. So today I'm going to be sharing you another fun story. So the recent video which I uploaded was on how Lord Dattatreya was born. So a lot of you loved that video a lot and gave me really good comments. So and you said that you never heard of the story before, so I'm really thankful for all of you guys. So today I've come up with another story for you guys, and this is about Somnath. So I'm pretty sure you guys have visited this temple, Somnath Mandir, and it is from one of the 12 Jyotirlings, and it is located in Gujarat in India. So it is a very good Somnath temple. So I'm going to be telling you the history behind Somnath. So once upon a time, there lived a great couple. Their names were Sage Atri and Mata Anusuya. So they wanted a son to spread peace and love in this world. So they did some tapasya to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva granted them with a great son, and they named his name Chandra because Chandra was a very cool person and he had very radiantness. He was very intelligent, handsome, and he was granted by Lord Shiva, of course. So he was very great, and he grew up in Rishi Atri's lap, and where he grew up to be a very great person. He did powerful yagnas. So he did yagnas which lasted for like 6 months, and like where he did his yagna from like 500 miles, a lot of people got affected by his yagnas. So he did powerful yagnas, and so when he, like, his parents were very proud of Chandra and all the great work he was doing for this world. So one day his mother said, Mata Anusuya said, that jewel needs to be packed up with gold. So this is from like my material which I used. I didn't say this basically. So Mata Anusuya said this once to Chandra, and she said that you need a partner. So like even when you are doing your yagnas, all yagnas, like some yagnas, they need like wives, so they both can work together and fulfill that yagna. So his Mata Anusuya said that you need a partner. So when Mata Anusuya said this, Chandra said that how can I find a suitable partner, because so he said that I want a partner who has extraordinary qualities and who can help me with doing my God's work. So he wanted that kind of partner. So basically Chandra went on with his journey, and one day when he was walking along a riverbank, he found a girl, and he asked her name, and she said her name was Rohini, and he asked her if she was married. She said no, and then he asked her, why are you not married? So Rohini said, I'm not married because I still cannot find a suitable person, because I need a person who has very good qualities, who not. So a marriage doesn't just mean that like a rishi or a priest who comes, he just says a few mantras and the marriage is over. That is not what a marriage is. Marriage is when two souls are united and they work together. So after this, then Chanda realized that that Rohini girl, her name was Rohini, and she was the right person, and he wanted to marry her. So they both decided to marry, but Rohini said that I have one condition. So she said that my father, and her father's name was King Daksh, and she said that my father has 60 daughters. So can you imagine that, 60 daughters? So he has 60 daughters, and I am in the group of 27 daughters. So we all 27 sisters have decided that we will marry to one person. So she said that if you agree with this condition, that you will have 27 wives, then we can totally marry. So Chandra said that Rohini was very great person, and he actually wanted to marry her. So he said he accepted to that condition, and he moved on. So in that marriage, Chandra had to take a vow that he will treat all his 27 wives alike, because 27 is a big number, and he has to treat all of them alike. So he took that vow, and he moved on. So Rohini, so when he was doing all his God's work and everything, Rohini was the person who actually appreciated his work a lot. She understood his work, and she always helped him. So while the other 26 wives, they actually loved Chandra a lot. It's not that they didn't like Chandra, but they couldn't understand his work. They couldn't like appreciate his work. So Chandra would give a lot of more like attention to Rohini. So that's why the 26 wives felt that they were ignored. They weren't like Rohini. So basically, so they thought to tell their father. So King Daksh reminded Chandra that you have taken a vow, so you have to fulfill your vow, and you have to treat all your 27 wives alike. So you have to do that. So Chandra said that they also have to appreciate. They also have to understand my work, because if they don't understand my work, then how can I actually like treat them alike? So King Daksh just reminded Chandra to treat all his wives alike, and then after that a totally different thing happened. So what happened is that Chandra got attracted to Tara. So Tara is, if you don't know Tara is actually she was a wife of a great guru. So she was wife of Bruhaspati. You might have heard this name a lot. And he got attracted to her. So Rohini, like I told you, Rohini was a great person, and the 26 other wives always like criticized him and said, you are like, you, why are you liking Tara, and said that. But Rohini, like, she handled this situation very calmly. She said that you're doing God's work, then you should not be attracted to all these material things. So she said that, and she told Chandra that you should control your senses. And when Chandra realized, and he felt very ashamed, and then he listened to Rohini's advice and stopped. So after that, what happened is that the 26 wives, they felt that we have said the same thing that Rohini has said, but still Chandra is not listening to us. So after that, they complained to King Daksh and said that he's never listening to us. He's not giving a lot of attention to us. So, and then King Daksh was very angry this time. He was very angry, and he called Chandra. He said that you have taken a vow, that means you have to fulfill your vow. And then Chandra said the same thing. They're not appreciating my work, they're not understanding my work, so how can I like them? So then this time King Daksh was very angry, and he cursed Chandra that, all your intelligence, all your handsomeness, everything will be gone. It will gradually be gone. And then Chandra, and actually all the 26 wives, and Rohini, everybody they felt very sad that they are going to lose this great person. He was Chandra was God gifted by Lord Shiva. So they realized that we are going to lose this great person. So they all went to King Daksh and said that, please, like, retake this vow, retake this curse. But King Daksh said that as soon as you give a curse, you cannot retake it. So then what Rohini and Chandra, they both worked as a team, and they decided to worship Lord Brahma, and did a lot of tapasya to Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma came, and he said that if you want to retake this curse, then you have to go to Lord Shiva, and you have to do tapasya to Lord Shiva. So when they did tapasya to Lord Shiva granted them a boon, and they said that in the first half of the month, your like energy and everything will increase, and in the second half of the month it will diminish. So that is what Lord Shiva said. And then, but they wanted to retake the vow totally, so they went to Lord Brahma again. They did tapasya there, and they said that we want to totally retake their vow. And then Lord Brahma said that you have to do that pratisthapana of Lord Shiva. So they did pratisthapana of Lord Shiva's Shivling actually. So, and when they did that, with this, they kept on doing good deeds in their life, and everybody supported them. And when Chandra went, everybody remembered his work. They said how Chandra had given peace and good peacefulness to this world. So they always remembered Chandra. And this is very interesting that actually Chandra, they used to just call moon, but then they said that Chandra had a lot of coolness, radiantness. So they said that Chandra, the name Chandra, we will give it to the moon. So then they started calling Chandra the moon. They started calling Chandra. And the 27 wives of Chandra, those 27 wives are now the constellations, which, like, basically the stars which go around the moon. They are the 27 constellations. And this was like amazing, because I even never knew this. So this was the story of Somnath temple and the history behind Somnath. So before, like, whenever you're visiting Somnath temple, please remember this story behind it. And I would also like to share with you a moral which I learned from this this story. So what I learned was unity. Unity was very important, because like Chandra and Rohini had to work together even when they had to do yagnas, or they both had to support each other, so they had to work together. And one more thing is that vow. So whenever you take a promise, whenever you say something, then you have to really do it, because if he had done his vow, if he treated all his 27 wives alike, then of course King Daksh would not have given that curse, and he could have done more better things. So keeping your vow is very important. And lastly, respecting your elders. You should respect like all your parents, your whatever. So he had to respect King Daksh. And yeah, so these are three things which I learned from this story. So please share your morals with me too. So hope you guys like this story, and whenever you're visiting Somnath temple, please remember this story.